Good day and welcome. Today we are joined by the Director of Social Development for the Archdiocese of Lilongwe. He's going to be sharing more insights about his work and the work being done that promotes the community around the Archdiocese as well as the development that happens in the Archdiocese. And you're going to be with me, Monica Chinyamalipia. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Maybe briefly, can you just introduce yourself and your role as the Director of Social Development for the Archdiocese of Lilongwe?
Right. Thank you so much for this opportunity. My names are Brian Odhiambo. I'm the Director of Social Services for the Archdiocese of Lilongwe. And my responsibility involves the oversight role in our commissions. So when I say the commissions of the Archdiocese, I mean Development Commission, Education Commission, Health Commission, and also Justice and Peace Commission. So my role is to oversee that the social interventions which are carried out by the Archdiocese in these various commissions are done in an orderly manner and also are like well organized and also strategically are running smoothly.
Okay. Thank you for the introduction. So now let us take closer to the situation on the ground. Okay, in your view, what are some of the biggest challenges maybe you face as you are doing your work as the Director of Social Development for the Archdiocese?
Some of the challenges that I face when carrying out the work in the office. We are living in a world today which is distorted by so many realities, and also there are a lot of changes, I can say, in the development world. We know that mostly we have been relying very much on donor funding, especially the countries in Africa, and that also directly was the way we were working. But then slowly, today we see a shift in this kind of field whereby donors are not directly funding programs, and they have also cut funding, and that has kind of affected how we implement our activities.
So do you get the funding from donors only, or maybe the Archdiocese also funds these projects?
All right. So several programs we run. The funding streams are in two ways, I can say. So there is self fundraising that the Archdiocese is carrying out. We know about the Limodzi Foundation.
Yes.
That was one of the initiatives that the Archdiocese came up with so that it can do fundraising on its own, tapping on local partners and local friends, also on the various parishes that we have, well-wishers, I can say, from all around. And then there is the external funding also factor that I can say, whereby the donors from different countries they decide to help certain initiatives which we are carrying out, which are aligned with their way of working or the impact they want to achieve.
So they choose.
Yes.
Which projects to maybe to sponsor.
Yes. So yeah, that's the other challenge that has been there. That when you rely on external funding, the donors always insist on doing things the way they want. So it doesn't give you a lot of flexibility when you are on the ground trying to implement things.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe which communities tend to be most affected by these challenges?
So if I can just mention some of the challenges and the communities that are affected. So yes. In Malawi and also in our catchment areas, the Archdiocese of Lilongwe, there are certain parts which every year get affected by floods.
Yeah.
For example, the Nkota area, Dwangwa area, uh, uh, we've had families affected by floods there, whereby houses are washed away, their farms and what they planted are washed away, so they find themselves in precarious conditions. So through our Office of CADECOM, we always try to give interventions to assist those families. But then also, if we look at the education sector, which is led by the Education Commission, we have schools that have existed for so many years. The infrastructure is going down, and we also, of course, this is not only now, but there are lots of students also who come from backgrounds where they cannot afford school fees, and so that is affecting their continuous in the education. Also, we have there is overpopulation, I can say now, or rather, there is a huge number of children and students school going, and the facilities available, such as classrooms and all that, is not sufficient to accommodate all of them.
Yes.
So we have those people also being affected. So as the Archdiocese, we have tried to put in interventions to slowly start helping those that are disadvantaged in one way or another. If I just touch on also on CCJP, the Justice and Peace Office that we have, we know of families that were displaced in Kasungu area, and through our office we have been trying to intervene, work together with the government and also with the MCCB to see that these families are reallocated in a safe place, good place where they can start farming and all that. So, and other communities that normally get affected in the health sector, which is something that we are concentrating on right now, some of the projects we're running right now in the Health Commission. We have vulnerable youth and children living positively with HIV and AIDS. And we have put in interventions through a program to ensure that they get medical assistance, they get nutritional assistance, they get psychosocial support. And we've seen that as time goes, those who have been in this program, the viral load goes down. So that is one success story that we can be proud of, because when the viral load goes down, these people,
that means,
their life
they're going to stay healthy and so on.
Exactly.
So that's how the Archdiocese is responding to all this.
Yes. So that is how the Archdiocese is responding to all these affected communities. So as you've seen, there are different classes, issues, communities affected. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe what are the main social development programs that are currently being implemented?
Yeah. So in Health Commission, we have the HIV and AIDS program, whereby it's the youth and children living positively, and even orphans are assisted, as I've just previously mentioned. And then in Education Commission, there's a very beautiful program. We call it EcoStar program.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one, because we are trying to take care of creation again. We are teaching children in these primary schools on how to take care of the trees, especially the vegetation, and how they can do reforestation.
Okay.
And it's beautiful to teach them from that tender age, so that even as they grow old, whatever you're taught when you're young, it remains
So
forever.
you're doing everything possible to make sure that the communities are being helped.
Exactly. Because as we all remember, when during the Easter Triduum, we read the readings on Genesis, on creation, and we remember very well we were tasked as human beings to take care of the creation. So it's a beautiful thing to see that through our children in the schools, they are they have studied this, and they are also taking care of. We have taught them how to take care of domestic animals like pigs, goats, and things like that. And also, we've taught them how they can get manure, local manure from the same animal husbandry, and and that is good because today the price of fertilizer is very, very, very
it's very
high.
high, yeah.
So we need to start teaching our people methods of locally um, finding ways of getting manure, yeah, so that the over reliance on fertilizer is reduced. So yeah, those are some of the beautiful beautiful stories of what is happening in our commissions. Yeah.
Okay, going back, I remember, I think some time back, or should be this year, you were in Kota Kota. I'm sure you went to help the people maybe being affected by the floods and everything. Maybe how did it go?
Yeah, so through we have been with the Limodzi Foundation, our CADECOM office worked together to implement relief response to families and communities who are living in Nambuma Parish area. So there was distribution of maize and especially vulnerable adults, those who are not able to walk and who are prioritizing those very, very vulnerable persons. So we give relief assistance there, but in Duangwa, the Kota Kota area, there was is a twofold kind of response to the floods. So there was immediate relief where we give them food for them to eat during those days, but at the same time, they were taught by CADECOM on the mitigation methods, so that next time they find they're able to plant in a certain way that when the waters come, it doesn't wash away all the plants that they have. And also, when you give relief assistance for today, you don't know what happens tomorrow. So we gave them agricultural inputs so that they could start farming, so that the next day they could rely on their own.
Yeah,
So
something that they can sustain them a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very
So in our
insightful.
programs, we look at self-sustainability, and because we are the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
and you also know that in our mission we try to, the Archdiocese of Lilongwe has a mission to do integral development of a person. So we try to ensure that the families become self-sustaining, so that they're not they don't find themselves in that situation whereby
Every year
they're
they should be
helpless.
complaining about the same problem.
Exactly.
Okay, that's very insightful. So let us now look at how work is carried on the ground. Okay, what role do local communities play in ensuring the success of these initiatives?
Oh, yeah. That's another great. It's a good question. The our programs, when we want to develop a project proposal, for example, we put the community at the forefront. So the community are the ones who tell us the needs that they have, and also they tell us the best ways in which they feel that they can be supported, and we also give them additional input to the same, but we always want them to lead the way. They need to own the projects. So if they own the projects, we are sure of continuance and sustainability. So there's consultations which you do, like with the parishes, with the local communities as well, and our interventions, especially the CADECOM ones, are not only for the people from the parish, but it looks at the entire surrounding of all those affected, regardless of religion or
So you don't just help the Catholics, you help anyone. Okay.
Exactly.
Fine. Okay, maybe and how are young people and women being empowered through these programs?
Yeah. So we have some programs which we say it's as selective. I've forgotten the other word, but we intentionally give priority to the women in some of them, especially in places where we feel that the women have been left behind. So, like the justice and peace interventions, we always make sure that when distributing, for example, cash transfer, we make sure that the woman is one that receives the money.
Not the man, not the
No,
husband.
most of the time we ensure the woman is one that receives. And then we also ensure that we give them awareness training that, this money is supposed to be for the family and not for the man to go drink somewhere else. So we always do some background checks to ensure that we have some background information. And when we do that, we ensure that we put the women on the leading role and also the youth and the children. Also in some of the programs, we have always intentionally given additional funds to women that have children, like babies, born babies. And in such a way, we promote them. They're not left behind. So that is one of the steps that we've taken to ensure that there is that the development is everyone together going advancing.
Okay, so partnerships are often key in development work. Does the Archdiocese collaborate with government institutions, maybe NGOs and other partners to implementing these programs?
Yes, that is, yeah. So most of the work we do is in collaboration with as I said, with the local communities. And the local communities, we start with the chiefs, we proceed to the district council, and then we also proceed to maybe the ministry. Okay. So, for instance, if we carry out a project in Kota, then we'll ensure that Kota District Council is consulted, the chiefs that live around there are consulted, and also the parish is consulted. It's like there is entire consultation with everyone. Some of the interventions which we carry out, very well, there are interventions, or rather services that the government is mandated to provide. Okay. Things like health, education, and all that. So the Archdiocese is kind of supporting where the government probably is not fully reaching. Okay. And for these interventions to have a growing effect, or rather for them to continue, we need to have all those people on board when carrying them out. So yeah, that partnerships are so important. So the government is one. And as I mentioned earlier, also we have well-wishers and donors from external donors that also help us. And it's beautiful to see when they come, because it's a way of evangelizing as well. Oh, yes. When they come and they share time with us, some of them go back feeling like the Good Samaritan, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, they feel like the Good Samaritan. And it's a way of evangelizing as well, when you give opportunity to people to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let us now turn to the impact of the work you are doing. Can you share a success story, maybe, or an example of the project that has made a significant in the communities?
Yeah. So there is, I can say, the health ones, the Cadecom ones. I mean, all of them. So in Cadecom, when we gave the cash transfers last week, 2 weeks ago, to the affected families, this was also talking about partnerships with funding from SCIAF. These people were so happy, really, because some of them said they'd been going hungry for some time, and this was going to give them, they were going to get immediate food for regaining energy. That is one success story. The other one is Tiwale Limodzi Foundation. We know that it's a new foundation in the Archdiocese.
Yes.
And we also know that it has been doing interventions, for instance, in Nambuma. That was another beautiful thing for people to see, because they were like, oh, we were lost, or rather we were unable to walk, but you fed us. It's just like it's in the gospel. I was hungry and you fed me. So it's some of these things, that we read in the gospel, they are in our day-to-day lives. We just we don't really pay attention, but it's there. So there was one man who was crippled, and we made sure that the food was taken up to his home, and he was so grateful. He was like, without this, nobody would have noticed, because he can't walk and come beg or ask for assistance. But our teams noticed and went to the remotest corner to make sure that family, the person, was assisted. So those are some of the beautiful things that when we see, it gives us the strength to continue. Yeah, and it helps us meet the mission of the Archdiocese, the vision to give integral development. Yeah.
And for the fact that people appreciate your work.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Another,
It is beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, of course, such work does not come without challenges. Maybe what are some of the challenges you are facing as we are implementing this, as we are doing this charity works in different communities around the Archdiocese of Lilongwe?
Yeah. So the major challenge has always been, as we know, funding, and this had been identified already by the Archbishop, and he gave us a vision to say, where do we want to be in 5 years from now? Where do we want to be in 10 years from now? We know, as we can all remember, there was the launch of the endowment fund last Sunday, and these are some of the initiatives that the Archdiocese has put in place to ensure that slowly by slowly it can also reach a moment of self-reliance when it comes to giving these interventions. So funding has been a challenge, but then it has given us an opportunity to look for different ways also locally to fund this program. So we have, for example, hospitals that need renovation, schools that need reconstruction, equipment in our medical facilities for doing advanced testing, diagnosis, and those are some of the major challenges. But then we are really working hard around the clock, and we are looking forward to people also who want to come in and say, look, for me, I can provide you with this equipment, or for me, I can provide you, I can help you with my skills, because we have architects, we have people who are skilled in different ways that can, in one way or another, take part in the rebuilding and reconstruction and moving forward to tackle these challenges. Yeah.
Okay, so what are the key priorities for social development in the Archdiocese of Lilongwe?
So the key priorities that we want to focus on in the next years, one is the health sector. The Health Commission wants to ensure that our health facilities are well maintained, and the equipment are also well taken care of. There's good maintenance, and also to ensure that we try and get equipment to give advanced diagnosis, as I've mentioned. In the schools, we want to ensure that we create enough room for these growing needs for children. So in the initiative that the Archdiocese has started now is to ensure that in every deanery we are going to have a secondary school, we are going to have a proper primary school, and also we are looking at starting also kindergartens in these places. So the next priorities is to ensure that those schools whereby the classrooms are overcrowded, we try and give spacing in them. We are trying to look at quality. How do we change from just the numbers to giving quality? So quality education can come from giving quality classrooms, quality teaching materials, quality training to our teachers. And as related to CCJP, we have a new office, legal office in the Archdiocese, which is working together with the Justice and Peace office to ensure that a lot of also sensitization is done in our communities, because sometimes people face injustice because of lack of information or lack of knowing what to do. So with these approaches that we are going to work on now, this is going to be a thing of the past. Yeah.
Before we conclude, many listeners may be wondering how they can contribute. Maybe how can individuals, organizations, NGOs support or get involved in the work you are doing and the Archdiocese?
Yeah. So how individuals and persons and other people can get involved in the work, there are so many ways, and one of them is sharing their skills with us. So we need to have a pool of health professionals, of architects, of the different skills that are available to, in this pool, to assist in our health facilities, in our schools, in our communities, to lift up whatever we're doing. So as I mentioned, the over-reliance on donor aids is supposed to be subsiding now. So we need to put our hands together locally to push forward our communities. So we are looking forward to people that are willing to contribute also towards ideas, workable ideas that can push us forward. So we are very open to this. In the Secretariat, in the Maula, we have offices there. We also have offices in Likuni.
Okay.
Yeah, so people can come and share with us. We'll also share our contacts and emails so that this development work that we are trying to push forward can be a thing that is done together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you share the contacts, the elements of the program? In case people would like to turn to.
Yes, I think you'll display it on the back later the screen.
Yes. All right.
As development at lilongwearchdiocese.com. So that is the email address, but we also have the website, lilongwearchdiocese.org, and Radio Alinafe. And those are some of the social media contacts, or rather groupings that people can access to and reach out to us.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing these insights and for the great work you and your team are doing in the Archdiocese of Lilongwe. To our dear listeners and viewers, thank you for staying tuned. And I've been chatting with the director of social development for the Archdiocese of Lilongwe, Mr. Brian Odiambo. And you're with me, Monica Chinyamalipia. Thank you for watching.